We got to.
What's going on, guys? It's Bob from Olympusiron. Got a little rant today for you guys. Really ticks me off, and it ticks me off lately because I think now, coming into my third year of training, I'm finally getting this, and that's mind-muscle connection, guys. That's knowing what exercise you're doing and what body part that it truly affects and how to squeeze that muscle properly while you're doing the exercise. Now, I see this all too often is the guys just going through the motions. And yes, an incline dumbbell press, you take two dumbbells and you push them repeatedly for a number of sets, but that's easy enough. A tricep press down, take the rope and push it down and keep your elbows tucked. Like, that can be easily taught, and you can see that from YouTube videos. You can see it from fitness YouTubers. You can see it from bodybuilding.com on instructional videos. But there's something that don't teach you, and that's mind-muscle connection, guys. Let's take the incline dumbbell press, for example. Think of the mechanics of that exercise. Squeezing at the top of that exercise really is everything. If you push the dumbbells straight up without bringing them together, bringing your humerus straight and flexing your chest, you're doing absolutely nothing for yourself. You might be doing something for maybe the outside of the muscle. I've seen weird things happen that, like, people grow weird. They grow like a wide chest, but it doesn't have any thickness to it. And that can be found in the way they train. Just look at the way they train. I don't know, I guess that it really ticks me off when people don't understand the mind-muscle connection. Like tricep press downs, for example. You can easily press down the rope or whatever, and I'm not going to say you're not going to activate your triceps, but I don't know if it's music or what distracts people, but they just can't focus on squeezing that muscle. And I think it's a maturity thing. It's a how long you've been lifting kind of thing. It's really tough to teach somebody how to squeeze their muscle. It's something that they got to feel, because you can't jump inside their mind and say, hey, listen, you need to squeeze that muscle harder. The only way I can describe it is you want to flex the muscle so much that it hurts, because you want to drive blood into that muscle. Just think of your posing practice when you pose. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. If you're posing correctly, it's an exhausting task to do. And you got to think about that when you're doing your exercises. Think about posing. Think about flexing that chest hard. Think about flexing that tricep hard. Same thing with your legs, guys. A lot of people just do the leg extensions and they're just like kicking their legs out, but they're not getting as good of contractions on the muscle than they should, and that's why sometimes if I see people aren't getting the good contractions, I'll say hold it at the top. Now, when you hold a leg extension at the top, you're forced to flex that muscle hard because you need to recruit more of your muscle to keep it up there. And people are like, wow, that felt good. That felt good. Well, it would feel good all the time if you squeezed your muscle enough. I just wanted to say this, guys, because the results from this are phenomenal. They're phenomenal results, and you'll see that mature lifters, when they're doing bench or when they're doing flat presses or when they're doing tricep press downs, they're flexing that muscle hard and they're getting a pump, and barely at the end of the workout, they can barely flex that muscle anymore. Just think about laughing or think about throwing up. Think about throwing up. When you throw up, you're squeezing your abdominal a ton. The next day, how bad do your abdominals hurt? They hurt a ton because you've been flexing that muscle hard. Same thing with anything else. You just need to flex the muscle hard and get that mind-muscle connection. So when you guys go into the gym next, I want you to make a plan. I want you to write down your exercises first. That's what I want you guys to do. Think about, like, say you want to do legs. Write down, squats, leg press, leg extension, hamstring curl, calves, glute bridges, whatever you're going to do. Write it down. I'm not saying write down the sets, not saying anything. But then after you write it down, I want you to think about the mechanics of that exercise. And I want you to think about how you do it. If you have to take a video of you do it, that's even better. I'll tell you what, YouTube has done so much for my form, because now you're able to look at your form. When I started, I know that there was a lot of weaknesses in my form. I noticed that. and you can make it better. So film yourself working out actually helps you, and that's what this initially started as. We just wanted to track our progress, but it became a lot more. It became about helping people too. So film your workouts, have a plan for your workout. Also think about the mechanics of the workout, how it works something, not just incline dumbbell press works your chest. Think how. Think about the motion of the exercise. Watch the YouTube channel and watch somebody's chest as they're doing the exercise to see where they're flexing. Watch somebody's triceps as they're doing a press down to see how they're flexing that. You know, I think we shut off our minds too much when we go into the gym, because we're like, you know, yeah, press downs work triceps, so that's what I'm going to do for triceps. When instead they're thinking, how does this work? You know, we have to be smart about this. I'm not the biggest scientist out there, and I don't always follow science. You won't find, I'm kind of a bro because that's what works. And you'll find that, like, a lot of people, once they go into the gym, they shut off their brain and they just do things that are easy for them, or do things like the way they've done before. So when you go into the gym today, or when you go into the gym tomorrow, think about the exercises you're doing. Think about how I'm going to squeeze the muscle differently, how I'm doing it, how can I do it better? So that's my rant, guys. Actually, on my way to my brother's right now, and I just popped in my head because I feel like I'm getting so much better at this, and I'm having so much better workouts and so much better results. Like, my chest has grown leaps and bounds over this year. My legs, I have stretch marks in my legs, guys, and to me, I wear those like battle scars. Those are, to me, that I earn those stretch marks, and that's from squatting correctly with correct form, and squatting enough sets, and manning up and grabbing my nutsack and saying, hey, I'm going to do some squats instead of leg press, because squats, in my opinion, are the most important exercise for your legs, period, exclamation point. I hope this helped everyone out. I want some feedback from you guys. If you can revisit the video after you've tried this out, or I don't care how long it is, I always check the comments on my videos regardless. Like, I get the alerts and I'll go right to the video. I see everyone's comment. Everyone comment I see. If I don't comment on it, it's because I don't have anything to say, or it's negative. So I don't really like to welcome negativity into my life. So tell me how it worked. I'm excited to hear what you guys think about it, and if I'm just crazy and don't know what I'm talking about, tell me that too. As always, guys, check me out on Olympusiron.com. Grab some t-shirts. There's my bio there, my measurements. Also, people who've been on my channel before, they have those measurements too. Hit me up on Instagram at Olympusiron, on Twitter at Olympusiron, and in the link in the description box, hit me up on Facebook. I answer all your messages. One way or another, I'll get to it. If it's a day, if it's 2 days, sorry guys, but it is my busy season. Sorry about that, guys. So check it out. Also, if you look in the link in the description, there's a bunch of links for discounted gym apparel, discounted supplements. It's what I do to really help you guys out, because I know I'm fortunate enough to get provided with supplements and apparel, but not everyone is.